deal.
You think there's a threat that they will drop out of the top 4?
I think they'll finish in the top 4. I mean, if I was looking now at the Premier League, I'd be thinking Manchester City, overwhelming favourites to win it again. I don't see Manchester United finishing second. I think Liverpool are the biggest threat to Manchester City. Maybe United in third, far from guaranteed. I'd be thinking Tottenham probably fourth, Chelsea fifth, maybe Arsenal sixth. That would be my take on it at this stage.
What makes it more frustrating probably for Tottenham supporters is the fact that there's not 4 weeks left in the transfer window for purchase. There is for sale, but not for purchase because it's August 9th. The English Premier League clubs voted for it. That is when their transfer window for buying players will finish. So as John said, he's always left it late, but my boy, we're really cooking the books here because, you know, where are we now? We've got a week left.
7 days?
7 days.
Week today.
Yeah.
Week today. 5 p.m. UK time.
And, you know, the only upside for them is that we don't know what's going to happen with Arsenal. So that could be where their top 4 comes from. But it's typical of Spurs at the moment. And you know, one of the reasons that some of the rhetoric was as it was last season from Mauricio Pochettino, and he threw a few lines out there that just got a couple of headlines about him possibly moving, was because they've always gotten to a stage where they've had to push forward and push to the next level, and they've always failed to do so.
They have.
This could be another one of those movies.
It is quite remarkable that they haven't signed anybody.
But they've retained some key guys. Is there some value there?
Well, there's always value there, of course there is, because predominantly the squad is a very, very good squad. But not to have any additions is quite strange because, you know, all right, it's 23 points behind Manchester City. I mean, that was a remarkable season by Manchester City. But what sort of muddying the waters a little bit is we're not sure what's going on with Chelsea. Craig's absolutely spot on. We're not sure what's going on with Arsenal. So this top 4 finish, you know, if Pochettino's happy with his squad, then he's got to finish in the top 4 at least, surely.
Yes, because they are predominantly a young side, just about the youngest team in the Premier League last year, and they should be growing, they should be getting better, so you would expect them to perform better. And in a sense, keeping the core players together is quite an achievement because of the fiscal policy of the club, which is to pay, frankly, below the market rate for the top players in terms of salaries. So to persuade them to believe in the project, for want of a better description, is actually an achievement in itself.
But you have to add, Seb, when you've got to freshen things up. Particularly, you know, clubs will freshen up when they're doing poorly. But it's absolute fallacy to think because you have had a good season or you know, successful season by your standards that you don't freshen up because players become complacent. And we found that one year at Celtic when we had a very successful season. We signed nobody. We thought we could just go again. Well, it didn't happen. You always need somebody that's going to come in and kick your backside and put you under pressure for your place.
The past master at doing that was Sir Alex Ferguson. He was the past master at doing exactly what Craig's just talking about. So it'll be interesting.
Not that it was ever going to happen, but it's a bit like saying, well, Liverpool had a pretty good season. They left out a few players at the end. That's why they finished 4th. Stevie will tell you that.
Of course he will.
You know, that's how. But there is an argument to say that. But they were preparing for the Champions League final, and they could say, and it was never going to happen. But that's like saying, well, we can just repeat that next year. They've gone out. They've realised you've got to get on the front foot, and they were doing their business very early.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When the window closes in England, can the continental teams can still buy?
Correct.
Potentially Tottenham.
You can sell.
So,
which is unlikely to happen because you know, unless.
What if somebody comes in with a massive bid?
At Tottenham, every player has a price.
Yeah.
Right.
So you couldn't rule that out.
That's a bit like saying Real Madrid coming in for Harry Kane.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Daniel Levy says, as you say, oh, we're quite happy with this couple of $100 million or whatever it is, and all of a sudden the rug from under Pochettino's feet is pulled, and he's left with, who's he left with? Llorente?
Yes, Llorente.